I'm back. Well, as you can see from the screen, I have 9 perk points available, 400 silver bars, and about 125 grand in the bank. I've uncovered almost the entire map, but there's still a few things to do yet. Several prepper stashes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 that I can see right off the top of my head. And 1, 2, 3. Let's see, there's 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 prepper stashes that I can see. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 6, 7, I think. 7. There might be one more up here. Yeah, 8. 8. There's at least 8 prepper stashes left to do, at least 8 outputs to do. But my point is this. Excuse me. After I've got all that money in the bank, and I've got all those perk points that I haven't spent, I've done whatever I wanted to do. Except for the enjoyment of playing the game, which I may do at some point, like go fishing and whatever. There's not really that much left that I want to do. Like, for example, Skylar wants me to catch all these fish, but I just get perk points for catching the fish. And I don't need them. And I don't need the money. So I don't want to go hunting anymore. And I don't... Liberating the outposts is kind of a moot point now since I killed all the seeds and what have you. So, my parting thoughts on this are... is I have to give this game extremely high marks. If this game were a little bit better, I'd have to give it 10 out of 10. If we're just going with whole points, it gets a 9 out of 10. I mean, no question about it. There's so much that I did like about the game that I'm going to tell you what I didn't like about the game first, because it's not very much. To be kind of petty, I didn't like doing the story missions, but that's probably just me. There's a lot of games I play and I don't like doing the story missions. I like doing all the other stuff around the side, but I don't like doing it. For example, some of the games I played recently were Red Dead 2. I thought the story missions, especially the one with Uncle, he's always getting you involved in stupid shit. I hated those, the ones with him. He was always getting the whole group in trouble. But it was, and between Uncle and Dutch, they were horrible. So that's a game like that. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I really liked that game, but I didn't like the story missions, so I didn't do hardly any of them. I like the free roam, which I will tell you is why I am going to start playing Scum. I'm almost certain, and I will be streaming that next. And it should be hilarious because I've never played with a mouse and keyboard before, like ever. So it should be quite an interesting time. Okay, moving right along. So, what I didn't like about this game, story missions that you get sucked into or kind of get sucked into. You get too close to an outpost or a mission, it'll start the mission for you. I'm reminiscent of The Misery. I just flew close to it with a helicopter and it started the mission. Well, I didn't want to do the mission, so it failed. And I had to keep restarting and then get away from it. I didn't like that. I understand that's how the game's set up, but I didn't like it. The biggest thing that I hate about this game is the square on the controller swaps weapons, and also loots. And many, many times while I'm trying to loot somebody, it takes my weapon, throws it way away, and you pick up, like, I had an LMG with a suppressor and a sight on it, and it gives me a pistol. I'm not going to do that, normally. I'm not going to trade a pistol for an LMG with a suppressor and a ACOG sight on it. 600 rounds compared to like 7 in a 1911 pistol or a 6-shooter. Just not going to do it. That's the thing that pissed me off the most about the entire game. That'd be the one thing I could change. I don't know if you can make it any better, though. The other thing is the AI, even as good as it is, and I'll brag on that here in a minute. And I made the mistake of doing it one time, I think. You'd have to watch my 60 hours of videos or whatever. Is the AI would step in front of me when I'm aiming down the sights, trying to shoot something. Someone or something. And they did it on a regular basis. Just walk right in front of my bullets or right in front of my arrows. I tried to watch it, but you know, in the heat of the moment, it's kind of tough. Kind of tough. So that, and to be kind of nitpicky, it seemed like the Peggies would respawn quickly in the same spot where you just killed them, and animals would disappear. If you shoot an animal and just go 50 meters or something like that the opposite direction, come back to get your animal skin, it's gone. It's gone. Now, by the same token, there's so much wildlife out there and so many Peggies before you liberate the regions. You just kill them and loot them and whatever. Alright. That's really... I'm being pretty critical about the game. And that's really about all the bad that I'm thinking of off the top of my head. Now, the good, the map is huge. It doesn't look that big. It doesn't look that big, but it's huge. And I'm just going to zoom in there a little bit so we get their faces off. Map's huge. And it's beautiful. They did a fantastic job. Whoever came up with this map, they did a fantastic job on the graphics. And to say graphics is just almost too much simplifying the game. Fantastic job on the map. The graphics, top notch. The animations, like, okay, yeah, maybe some of the animals and the people look a little bit cartoony, but I'm gonna give this like 97 out of 100, I think, as far as that goes. And the animals, like when you see them when you're gonna sell them to the store, the animations and the drawings on the animals, fantastic. The movements on the animals, start with that. And the fish and the birds, just fantastic. Really good. I'm not sure how they could have improved it, if there is any room for improvement. The people's animations, pretty good. I don't think they're quite as good as the animals, but really close, like 90 out of 100, say. Really pretty good. The companions, the AI, oh my goodness. I laughed so much just listening to two human AI companions talking back and forth to each other. And you can hear some of the stuff on my clips that I put on YouTube. Well, they're on Twitch too, but they're not labeled like they are on YouTube. I actually downloaded them, copied them, downloaded them, renamed them, labeled them, and posted them on YouTube. So they are really, really a lot easier to find than on Twitch to see. But people have been watching them. I check them almost every day and look and see how they're climbing the charts. So anyway, one at a time. It's not like I'm getting 1 million views an hour. But anyway, fantastic. One of the things I got so tickled early on is I didn't remember that the AI could fly you or drive you to a waypoint. I did that several times. They tested it. You have to look at the videos where one time Jess Black's flying and shooting enemy Peggies, and then another time, I want to say Julie. Now, Julie or Jen, it was on the Adelaide Drummond getting the Tulip mission. We got the Tulip. There was room for 2 of us in it. There were 3 of us together. I parked my attack helicopter close to the other helicopter. One girl got in with me, and the other girl grabbed the attack helicopter and followed us back to Adelaide Drummond's marina. So good. Just so good. Like I said, the graphics, the scenery, is just beautiful. I mean, a little rough in places with mountains, but really, really beautiful. The animations, the explosions, the gunfire, just really good. So, I guess I did think of one thing else. I could bitch a little bit about the load screens, and it seemed like, and it might be because my machine's getting older or they added more to the game when I downloaded the update before I played it this last time. The hesitation between regions or the load screens, whatever, seemed like a little longer than I ever remember it. That's being a little nitpicky. Especially at the beginning, it gave me time to talk when I first started streaming for the day. But anyway, really, really good. The characters were definitely unique, even though, okay, I did bitch that some of them were borderline worthless, or they were worthless. But the characters were really unique in the game. You could definitely get a sense of personality from all the main characters. You know, the 3 Fangs for Hire and the other 6, what do they call them? Guns for Hire, sorry. And then the majority of people that I picked up along the way were female archers. I just liked them. They just fit my play style, even though there were a lot of Guns for Hire with, rifles, sniper rifles, and whatever. God love Herc. He's so challenged, but he's got a rocket launcher and a Mac 10 or whatever it was, machine gun, little machine gun, Uzi, whatever that was. But Herc blew up a lot of stuff that he shouldn't have. So anyway, coming back full circle, I will tell you this. Most likely, if I wasn't wanting to get to the next game, which is Scum, that I wanted to start playing, I would play this a little longer, maybe finish out the prepper stashes and liberate the outposts, and do the fishing. I would probably do those 3 things. And I could, but to what point? To what end? So, hopefully it has been enjoyable for those of you who have watched it. I had a blast. I had a blast doing it. I get irritated a little bit. Sometimes I made a mistake, didn't prepare properly. Like some of those last missions where I didn't have my light machine gun and got killed at Jacob's bunker. That was a little tough. I'm starting to get tired. Sorry. But anyway, fantastic game. This is the third time I've played it through. I'm trying to think the only other game that I have played through 4 times, which I have said has been my favorite game of all times, and that would be Fallout 4. So far. I really liked Red Dead 2, the graphics and the gameplay on that. There was some stuff I thought was really, really hard, like getting as a panther. There's so few. There's like a Florida panther and then another panther. The panthers were so few. The moose in Red Dead 2, so few of those to get. They patched the thing where you could carry multiple horses. That pissed me off. But I bought the book on that. I bought the game on that. I didn't play any of the bounty hunters or anything after the game, but Red Dead 2, fantastic. Like I said, Fallout 4 to date is probably my favorite game. And I'm not a huge base builder, like fantastic kind of a outpost builder guy, but I tweaked the game. I've got so much money and so much stuff. Oh my gosh. So I put this game, here's the point, I put this game right up there with them. Probably Fallout 4, then this game, then Red Dead, then probably Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Probably in there. Well, I've got... Oh, I forgot about Horizon Zero Dawn. Actually, on my desk, here's what I've got sitting there. We're not going to count Watch Dogs Legion. That was kind of a disappointment. So I got Fallout 4, The Hunter, Call of the Wild, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Red Dead 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Far Cry 5 sitting on my desk right now. You want to talk about an all-star lineup, let's just leave Watch Dogs out of that. That's an all-star lineup. And then one, oh, you thought I was going to forget it, didn't you? Elder Scrolls, Skyrim. We cannot forget about Skyrim. Actually, I probably have to put Skyrim in there. Ooh. If I had a choice whether to play Skyrim again or Red Dead again, it'd be really tough. Don't ask me to make that decision. Don't ask me a question you don't want the answer to. That would be a tough one. Boy, I don't know. I'm trying to think of all the stuff. All the dumbass missions they make you go through in Red Dead. I'd probably have to go with Skyrim, but just barely. Like if Skyrim's a 10, then Red Dead 2's a 9. It's that close. But anyway, I don't have it sitting here on my desk, but I do have Skyrim as well for PlayStation. It's actually on the hard drive right now. So, and that being said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I may just play Scum for the rest of my life. Probably not. Maybe I'll get tired of it. Maybe I won't be able to play it. Oh, by the way, if I can't play it with the mouse and the keyboard, I will buy PlayStation 4 type controller and program it. I have done that before. It's been a long time ago where I hooked the controller to the computer and programmed the buttons in from the keyboard to the controller. And I met with some degree of success with that. It wasn't everything I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't bad. For the games I was playing, it was okay. And I've also played with an Xbox type controller for my laptop over here when I played Far Cry 4. Okay, so where does that leave us? Leaves us with Far Cry 5 is a great game. One of my favorites. Top 5 for sure, and probably top 3. Far Cry 6 is coming out pretty soon. I'll be getting that when it's out. Almost certainly. So I thank you guys again for watching. I would say we're about, give or take, 60 hours in, and 90 hours for me, because the way I had it figured, by time I downloaded and did some minor editing and posted all the videos, it was about a half hour, give or take, to do the clips and the episodes. For every hour of gameplay, about a half hour of minor editing and uploading, and the description that is in the narrative, in the summary, which I got a smart TV and I watch them sometimes. I don't get to see that when it's streamed through the smart TV, but I do see it on the computer. You can see the narrative or the summary, which I try to do that for people who are looking at it on their computer. You get more than just the title that's on there. So I did a little bit of streaming, just a little bit, with Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone, and that's when I was trying to get the microphone and the headset and stuff dialed in and not get the delay and the echoes and all that crap. And I do have a video on my other YouTube channel, which is CLR1001, that has the OBS settings that I'm actually using right now. And that's one of the reasons I got the new YouTube channel and the Twitch channel. It's because I want to keep that stuff separate from, I want to keep my gaming stuff separate now from the other things I have on my channel. So anyway, alright, there you have it. Like I said, pretty close to 60 hours of gameplay, and if Scum is as good as I think it is, and I'm doing this full time, I'm gonna have a lot of hours in it. I saw one prominent streamer just today, the 26th of January, talked about the value that people get for Scum. They're getting their money's worth. It's $30 on Steam right now. You can buy the promoters package or whatever and get it for like 38 instead of 40 or something like that. He said something like you probably have 2,000 hours in it. I'm paraphrasing, but 2,000 hours in it before you get tired of it. You break down $30 into 2,000 hours, get your money's worth there. That's like when I played Cyberpunk 2077, even with the glitches. I paid $54 for it, and it was worth it. It was worth it for me. But some of the glitches were really, really annoying, really disappointing. Had a few in this game. We probably had 5 maybe in 60 hours, so you get about 12 hours of gameplay without a glitch. Not horrible. It was about three glitches a day playing Cyberpunk. Wasn't great. All right, well, I kind of hate to end it, but I need to. And as soon as I can get my act together, I'm going to be on to that next game. So I really appreciate everybody who has followed and subscribed. Followed on Twitch. Give me thumbs up. Subscribed on YouTube. Give me thumbs up and likes. We'll see you on the next one. And peace out.